Well, to discuss the situation further now, I'm now joined by Dr.Sreeram Chaulia, Dean of the Jindal School of International Affairs. Dr. Chaulia, thank you for joining us on the programme. Now, this is an attack of a significant scale. We understand the death toll could continue to rise throughout the day, and it comes, of course, just a week after Taliban militants claimed the attack on that luxury hotel in the capital that left 22 people dead. What do all these incidents say about the state of security in Afghanistan, and in particular in the capital there, Kabul?
Nikki, it's a very precarious and dangerous situation. It's been downhill in terms of securing even VIP areas in Kabul, not to speak of the provinces that you're mentioning. There's a sharp deterioration, and I ascribe this to a few factors. First of all, there is, as your correspondent mentioned, a kind of a tit-for-tat battle between ISIS and the Taliban and allied factions to prove that they have a monopoly over the terrorist space. And therefore, each of them is trying to outdo the other in terms of the deadliness of the strikes. Because ISIS, remember, has not only struck in Nangarhar in the east, but also apparently has a Kabul cell and base, and they have also attacked Shia installations there in the past. So Taliban and the allied networks are, of course, opposed to ISIS, and they're looking at also proving their mettle as the fighting season gets underway for another year. So that's one factor. The other big factor is there is a tit-for-tat going on between the United States and Pakistan. So after the Trump administration cut military aid to Pakistan, saying that it is sponsoring Taliban and Haqqani, immediately the intercontinental hotel attack happened, the one you mentioned just now, which had a clear Haqqani hand in it. It was almost like the Pakistanis warning the United States that you cannot cross a line or else we will hit back at you. And now, after that, the United States then gave one punch back through a drone attack on Haqqani network. And now I see today's attack in the heart of Kabul as part of this tit-for-tat game that's going on. And the last fact I want to mention, Nikki, which is complicating, is the Afghan state is losing this battle because it is internally very, very fragmented. The president has ordered some key commanders and warlords to be removed as governors, and they're unwilling to give up, for example, General Atta Mohammad Noor in the province of Balkh in the north.
Dr.
And the vice president loggerheads with the president. The Tajiks and the Pashtuns are yet again at crossing each other. So I think if you take all these factors together, there's a massive, as Bilal was mentioning, intelligence failure, of course, state failure, but also external and regional players are making it murkier and more violent.
Yeah, Dr. Chaulia, I want to ask you, with this spate of attacks recently claimed by the Taliban, how strong is the group now? What does this say about the strength of the Taliban in Afghanistan?
Well, they are controlling or contesting at least 40% of all the districts in the country. And this is a record high for them since the United States intervened in 2001, going backwards. So they're almost at the peak of their territorial control for the first time, and they're on the rampage. And the Haqqani network, which is based in Pakistan, has also been carrying out these deadly strikes to prove that they have the capability to penetrate any cordon anywhere in the country. And even in the western part of Afghanistan, which borders Iran, where normally traditionally it's been more secure from Taliban, you see Taliban attacks happening in Herat, and also, as I mentioned, in the north, which were closer to Uzbekistan and to the former Soviet space. Even there you have Taliban strikes. So I think what they're saying is, I think they want to keep on pushing forward until they're in a stronger position to negotiate, if at all there is any negotiated settlement possible. I think Pakistan has to come on board, and that's not happening, and the Americans are failing to do so, and that's why Taliban are getting stronger.
Dr. Sreeram Chaulia, Dean of the Jindal School of International Affairs, thank you for joining us on RT International.